Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be reworking my bush shelter. Would you stick around and watch me do it? So this is the location that I set up a tarp shelter ages ago, and then we wrapped it up to store it because it was getting blown around by the wind a bit. But I always felt it maybe faced the wrong direction, because if I'm standing here, this direction is north, and so the sun tends to come over this set of hills straight under the shelter, so it doesn't really give you any shade. So what I'm looking at doing is using the same guy rope across the top, but have it face this direction so that in the afternoons it'll give us plenty of shade. So it'll mean that I just have to reverse it essentially. So this will be the area under cover, and I'll need to clear in front of me here, but first I'll rework the shelter to be using the same rope. Another thing to note is this is just a cheap tarp that I got from a hardware store. It's not meant to really be used in the bush for a long period of time, but I'm really just using it as, I don't know, practice or just to learn a few skills. It'll be a good test, and we'll have a bit of fun. This is a cheap tarp after all, and it has been out in the weather for a year or so, but I need to reinforce these corners if I'm going to use them. But overall, not too bad. So I'm just doing a prusik knot on the cross rope, just to stabilize the tarp while I peg down the corners. I'll have to reinforce the corners or roll them up somehow. So because it's so torn, I'm thinking if I roll up the corner like that and put a peg through the roll, it should hold it a bit more strongly. Something like that. Nope. I have to cut a hole. I think it's still going to rip, but the peg's not coming out, that's for sure. Anyway, that's one. You can see how torn up it is, so I roll it up kind of like that. I might have to go along all of the edge here just to secure it with some pegs. Tie off the top overhang section, and I want to put it into that tree up there. Give me a bit of front shade. This side will be a bit more of a challenge. That side's up okay, but I don't have anything easy to tie it to. Just looking around, I'll have to come up with something, maybe just a pole or a stick. So I've got this pole for this side. What I want to try and do is put this through this eyelet. I'm just going to whittle it down a bit so it slips through. Then I can put a loop over the top of it and tie it down to the ground with a peg. How are we doing now? That's pretty good. So, I probably don't need it this high. I might take a bit off the bottom here. I've put the knot in the top. Just going to bring this down and stake it down. About there, 45 degrees from where the pole is. So now we've got that pole there, I can pull it up a bit tighter. And not quite straight, but it's doing the job. Alright, so let's have a look around this canopy then. Still pretty high, I can walk under it. I just got to clear the ground in front and make it a bit more hospitable now. That's not too bad for an old tarp. That looks a lot better. I'll just get rid of these two, a couple as well. Yes, that looks a lot clearer. Nice. Great spot to relax now in the shade. Soon I'll make a campfire, have some lunch, and have a nice rest in the afternoon. I was going to make a campfire in this clearing in front of where I'm sitting, but there's lots of leaf litter around, and you can probably tell it's a little breezy today, and I really don't want any embers spreading and causing a fire. So I think I'm just going to use my camp stove. Just going to cook my lunch now, as I said, on the camp stove because it's a little too windy today. Just cut up some onions. Gonna make a simple hamburger basically. So got a bun with a slice of cheese on there already. That should do for the onions. Bit of barbecue, bit of mayo for the salad. It's looking good now. So just let it sit there for a bit, heat through all the way, and then we'll put our burger together. Okay. Bit of barbecue sauce. Let's get our burger. Mayo. Few greens. And there we go. Doesn't that look good? Awesome. That feels a lot better. Thanks for coming along today. Thanks for watching me put up the shelter. I think you can see it's a nice shady spot now. It's beautiful just to relax here. I think I'll stay here for an hour or so more, maybe read a book and just take in a nice peace and quiet. Thanks a lot for coming along. Really appreciate it. Thanks to all my subscribers, followers, people who've given me comments. It all really helps me make the channel that much better. So thanks again, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Today we're going to be